Hello, hello, and welcome. Let's see. Do we actually have any audio? I hear me. I hear something clicking. Do I hear me talking? Okay. And welcome. All right. We do have audio. I'm just being tricked. Whatever. Whatever. Stop fashion. I see me. You see me. I'm here. It's Wednesday. Let's click over to where that's not the button. Hello. Welcome to the 3rd of freaking June already. The first show in June in the year of the 2026. I do know what year it is. Pile on in, boys and girls. Hello, perfect Mona. We are here for the most awesome workers and lurkers, projects, cooking, dinner making, whatever it is. We are here. And where are you? You're at the circus, my circus, because I'm so vain that me, the one, the only, the so tastical Phoenix Electra shows up 3 times a week, and we stitch and we bitch. And so it goes, as every project occurs one stitch at a time, assuming that we're sewing. All right. All right, I see. Oh, Mike, you just really want to touch me in places. Where are we gonna start? It looks like I've got a little bit of rolled hemming to finish, so we'll start there. But awesome us, thank you, Simtrax. We ordered new cables with new adapters, and here we are. Rumble Studio tries to trick me because it says my audio is not picking up, but it says it's on the correct microphone. And when I look in OBS, oh man, does it say that we are working? So, holy moly, what a week. Things just continue. There's no stopping. The sun keeps rising. The moon keeps coming up and going down. Earthquakes keep happening. Volcanoes keep thinking about waking up. And we need to know that we look fabulous. Now we've got the first cackle out of the show out of the way. Let's get this last little bit. And I think maybe we'll just do... Oh, should we try this box pleat technique on this? Since it's here in front of us and I know where my hem gauge is. Oh, that's a thought. Make sure that Kim is showing something pretty besides the back of my veiny hands. What did I hear recently? That if you're clean, your veins. Nope. Having very prominent veins is a sign of a very effective heat temperature regulation system. Why are you? Who's not touching nicely? You're not touching nicely. A little bit too stuck inside the tension discs, and it caused everything to be all curly because the stitches were like, we're supposed to gather, and I'm like, no. Spread out and breathe. Oh, hello, Googie. Welcome. I just made it. Well, we just started, so you have missed absolutely nothing other than me not putting the presser flow back down to stitch. We stitch and we bitch. Yes, we do. Topics may or may not include continuing natural disasters, current events, because we are not apolitical, but we don't subscribe to any of the offerings. We'll go with that answer. And the weather. Oh, speaking of the weather, plants because the garden is going. I was on my way back and I looked to the spot where sometimes there are free half-dead plants. And who came home with 3 and some change flats of half-dead plants? Yep, you're looking at the kid. So I'm very excited. Actually, the multicolored geranium that was there looked pretty good. So it's like a magenta-y with white. Oh, she is fabulosa. If only that freaking asshole deers would stay out, because I had a Shasta daisy growing. Go to bed one night and there's a daisy in the garden, and I go out the next morning and look, as I often do. You know what's no longer there anymore? My daisy. The rest of the plant's there. It's just the flower's gone. And it has such an interesting way that it grows. The flowers start little and just kind of like all open from the seed, and then as the flower matures, it gets bigger and more petals and pretty. That was the only one I had. I've got more plants, but that was the only flower I had for this year, and I don't know if I'm gonna get another one. And I hear you saying, Phoenix, what do you mean about this box pleat thing? Well, let me get my hem gauge, and I will show you this double box pleat idea that then we're gonna put beads on, because why not make life difficult? Actually, it's because we subscribe to the great Ali Baba Furball himself's notions of the answer is yes, and we just make more. So, here we go. I have in my hand hem gauge, and I'm going to, I think we're just going to use whatever width it is this in the short direction. I'm going to fold the fabric over once away from me. We're going to get a little bit closer to the presser foot. And please don't come looking for sewing lessons. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just not afraid to fail live on the internet. So that's where we go. That's our that's our location of origin. Alright, so I've got one section. I'm gonna just catch it because I'm going to take the gauge and I'm going to do that a second time in that same direction. Gently pull that up the hem gauge. Oops. And again, I'm going to catch, and this time we're going to be tricky because I'm going to put the hem gauge underneath the fabric and fold towards the presser foot. Okay, so we're going to do 2 away and 2 towards. Start. And I'm going to just see where I catch it underneath, and then I'm going to slip the hem gauge underneath again and fold a second time. We're going to start. Come on, there we go. And if I move my hand, and I was a better hostess, can I? Sorry if you get motion sick. I'm going to try to embiggen the camera. Actually, I should stand to see, or we're going to fluff it all up. Oh, that was a bag of dicks. Here we go. A fold away, a second fold away, this open section, and then a fold towards me, and a second fold towards me. And we are going to then rinse and repeat for however many yards we have here, because this is what I'm working on today. What's everybody else working on today? Do we have anything fun? Are we quilting? Are we sewing? Are we gardening? Are we cooking dinner? Is it... planning for the perfect zombie apocalypse core. Oh, thinking of that, I know he hasn't been in a while, but I might need to go stop by on the Tubes Williams channel. And partly because Phoenix, get back to what you're actually saying. This man is in a jacket phase. All he's making is jackets. I think he should bring back the Jamiroquai hat phase because I think folks have not seen that, which... Okay, yes, the right direction. Sorry, this folding technique is a little bit funny with chatting because I actually have to think. It's almost rinse and repeat straight line sewing, but not quite. So, oh, where was I going? Zombie apocalypse core convertible quilt coat back thing. So I see some sketching and mock-ups and engineering of in our future. So why shouldn't the cargo pants of our dreams not have a coordinated quilted puffered jacket with pockets that make sense in both when we're wearing it as a jacket and when we're utilizing it as a backpack rucksack. Okay, now that I've got two done, maybe, if I move my big fat hand out of the way, so I can tend to see, so there's the center of the box, there's one end, and there's the other end. And then we could be super fancy once we get this whole strip done. And don't move your hands. Pinch the center box together and sew it pretty sparkly. Or if we wanted to be extra and really we're questioning our life choices, you could do a beaded motif with maybe you want to be fruity and are going to bead shit ton of apples or pears or mixed fruits, or are you going to tat it or crochet? The ideas for trimming are endless. I'm starting to enjoy making all of these types of trims almost more than the garment that the trims will go on. But, in a world where I can't find what I like, that includes all of the things. Alright, so we're going to do our second away from me. Oh, deep breaths. I had to take care of some stuff right before we got started, but then I hope I never stop being anxious to run a show. It's just so much fun. You never know what's going to happen. Sometimes the cats from 3 Alien Atlas hate us and co-opt our show. Hey, sleeping cats. Oh, hey, Loki's behind. Oh, gosh. Loki thinks he should be getting snacks. Loki, you know the rules. We have to go at least 45 minutes on the weekday show, and in our perfect world, not our perfect world, in our idealistic ringleader brain, we have like 50 people chatting and like 500 watching, but that would feel huge. And not anytime soon, kid, but if we don't dream big, then why dream at all? Two away from me. Wow, I have to like keep saying this out loud. Ah, hello, Jess. Welcome. I think she's lurking. Your scrappy row quilt just looks so adorable. And the quilted convertible jackets that you can zip up into a back to make it into a functional backpack with pockets that make sense, but then unzip it when you need the jacket and you don't need a satchel. As if I need more projects. And who's gonna machine quilt all over them? You need textiles, yeah. You're looking at the fool. I hope you're getting settled and enjoying your break from one thing and that the other is entertaining enough that it doesn't feel horrible. Let's go with those words. Can we? I wish I had a huge warehouse and copious disposable income. Disposable cash to handle. Let's go with that one. Somebody's unloading their entire sewing studio. Pinnable dress forms. An entire studio's worth of fabric. Like the whole kit and caboodle. But it's 5 figures. I'm like, not yet, kid. We gotta do more sewing. Sew more. Stream more, sew more. But then I also, it's way more than it would like take up my entire house. I don't have room for that. Oh, life is getting along. Oh, that's good. Yeah, things are good. I scored free plants, a whole bunch of new flowers to plant. So I'm super excited about that. Husband is like, what do you mean? I hate flowers. I'm like, you are free. You will help me and it will be great. You know. Or down, no, whatever. Oh, just go in the correct direction. So, but yeah, what did I get? Some petunias, some pansies, that one geranium. There is, I think I left the amaranths because they looked super dead. Did I grab one of them just in case? Yeah, they were looking. The ones that I knew were not salvageable, I probably should have grabbed for the free soil, but if I had to stop at some point. I can only fill up the trunk. There's so many half-dead plants. Alright, let's see if we can bring this over here. So here's the first step of the next step, and then, yeah, we'll lay it flat, Phoenix. Find the camera. We'll take these little flat sections and then pinch them together. You don't necessarily even need to do a bead or anything else. Just adding a stitch to that little section, if you can visualize that with my fingers not being in the way. Oh, there we go. Is super cute, but why not take advantage of an opportunity to add some more sparkle and shine? Maybe we'll just sew with sequin because we've got so many projects we need to finish sequining. I keep putting my hands back on the yellow polka dot bikini, which when we started working on this ages and a day ago, man, did that get the cheap sex bots in the YouTube chats going. I was constantly like having to block them because you have to be high quality. We don't take the cheap ones. Respect yourself to charge what you deserve, boys and girls. We don't work for free. Okay. But I did hear there was some earthquakes off the coast that I may or may not have been to before, so that's fun. It's been chilly this year. It'll be interesting to see how all of the gardens grow this year. Mine's pretty happy because it's not been hellishly hot, and we've actually had a little bit of rain, and so that's good, even though it's also fire season. So, and man, if little fires crept up already this year. Ooh-wee. But I knew what I was getting into. Well, I didn't. When I knew that I was moving to a place where fire was a season, I didn't understand what those words meant until I lived through it. And then I was like, yeah. Past couple years, it's been good. If they could just do adequate forest management and mitigation, this would not be an issue. But folks are like, but the first peoples, the nature. You know who knew that the forest needed to burn, and that there's certain plants that will not germinate unless they've been burned? Yeah, the people who've lived here. just been a part of the thing. I knew it, just like the stories of why the First Peoples do not have their villages right along the coast, because they remember that tsunami from 400 years ago. And they were like, oh yeah, foolish white people want beachfront property, go for it. Go for it. It's cheap. These occupy the land that we know at one day will wash you away. Will be washed away. Oh well. But I've ran to what's people growing? Do you have a favorite flower that you grow or pull out? Are you like me? I can pretend to grow all sorts of stuff, but you know who I've killed more than once? Peppermint. You're like Phoenix. That plant is like a weed and should be able to tolerate all sorts of stuff. I know, but peppermint doesn't always tolerate me. Which is really funny because the oregano and chives just manage themselves, but I tried to put peppermint in that same bed and it was like, nah, we're not I can't handle the heat. We're getting out of this window. I think I made a mistake. This is just one of those trims where you just get lost in the repetitiveness, and I just have to think 2 away, 2 close, 2 away, 2 close. This is just our order of operations. I'm on the second one towards me. There we go. Oh yes, and machinations on Mummer's necklace. We realized, Dove told me, it's like, Phoenix, is this spot supposed to be stitched over? And I was like, so I have that last of the couching on the scallops to do. In addition, I had the foolish idea of entertaining. Hold on, let me get what I'm thinking. Let me just rotate around into my chair. Okay, and I've got some stragglers. This is not all. So here is the, what do they call this? Bruges tea. No, this is not. Battenberg cording. That's what I'm making here. Can I? No. Very simple crochet repeat that you, I think it's only 2 stitches and you rotate the work, because if I can, I'm going to go from this swap here. My stitch marker. Oh, I can move the microphone closer to my face, Phoenix, so we can pretend to talk. And okay, here's my working cord. If I had a hook, I would stick it somewhere. If I had a hook, here we do. Just gonna ignore everything that I'm throwing overboard that you can't see. 1 crochet hook. This is not quite the right hook, but it is a hook. So stick it through, and then I'm going to see there's 2 stitches, and you pierce those, and this strands of metallic filament splits like a biatch. So I have 3 loops on the hook, wrap it over, pull through the 2 that I picked up, and then I have 2 left, and then I go through the second ones, and then you rotate the work, and there's magically 2 more sections that you can pick up, and you repeat it. So to this point, that's what I have here in my hand. But I remembered that I've got beads, and Mummers did ask for some beads, and I know where there's going to be some at the very center front for the ornamentation, but I was like, wouldn't it be extra fun if we loaded up the filament with these black bugle beads and just had them located on the outside of the chain, so not every, so we just place a bead every other stitch so that they're all lined up on the outside of, and I'm gonna unwind just a little bit of the necklace. So instead of, oh, let's make a pretty set. If we're gonna do it right, Phoenix. Right. So there's the work, and here's the cord as it is, and you can't see anything. So I could just go through and finish what I've got and apply this at the end before we add the backing. But wouldn't it be more fun and extra to have the beads on the outside of the piece? So I think, fortunately, I've got enough. I might just cut the length of the chain that I've made so far and finish it for, just have it laying around in our project pile for future things, and then spend however long it takes to place all of those beads on to this cord that I'm not showing. I did do a tester. The bead does slide nicely through, so hopefully I can wax the end of the cord to keep the strands together for the stringing process, because I don't, not I don't think, I know 100% I don't have my, that fiber, that thread is going to be too girthy to slip through with on a needle. It won't fit the beads, but each, that's super pretty. Thank you. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, this has been. I've been working on this since. Oh, I guess I forget. There's new people here. Let me hold it up to the front camera. The cut work doesn't really show super awesome there, but this is a mixed media. We've got crochet, we've got machine embroidery, we've got more crochet. We'll have beadwork. I've got all those threads to trim through. Collar necklace, because I made a yoke for a chemise, and my mama thought that it was a necklace, and then proceeded to say, I would like a necklace in red, gold, and black. And here we are. When did we start this? In October, September? I think she was somewhere at that point in time. I know that, which is why I'm thinking I'm going to take the time to add that. I think the black bugle beads on the chain will just make some. Oh, thank you, ladies. It's well, Chess has been around since the beginning of this. This has been yeah. It's been a project, and Dove has offered to do the last of the cutting out, because I'm going to leave the scallops I'm not gonna fill in the scallops. I'm gonna do the couching, and he's gonna cut it out for me, and I'm gonna call it good. Oh, there's a better, yeah, so we've got open work embroidery, I've got couching, there's some other stuff. I have, oh, can I show? There's these little crocheted flowers on there. It's just a whole bunch of different techniques that I've accumulated because when I was little, we were encouraged to make stuff, and here I am, not a little kid, and this is how we keep our sanity. We show up and stitch and bitch on the internet. But also, this is it. Partly my one of the missions of the circus is to keep heritage crafts and tools alive, whether it be circus tricks to the best of our ability or the circus costume shop. Like, 'cause circus is a lifestyle. Hello, hello. Oh, thank you. We are. Let's see here. CZ. That's CZ. CZU cow. Welcome, CZ. That. Welcome, welcome. Yes, are. We are here making. So, this is just a teaser. I will probably either I'm gonna get bored working on these box pleats, and we'll do the gold cording. Should we do this now? I can. All right, fine. You've convinced me. Let me just tack off the work that I have here and grab a hoop, and let's work on this masterpiece because these stitches aren't going to stitch themselves, and I feel like I have to strike while the iron's hot on this project. So I'm going to go around to where I just have my outline stitch, and we're going to grab my other materials. I'm not prepared. Which is also not anything new. But what am I taking a break from? Taking a break from sewing yards of double box pleats, because why not do a double box pleat on yards and yards for trim for something that I haven't completely figured out what it is yet. Actually, I take that back. I think we're going to use that for the circus tent costume because I don't want it to be crazy. Oh, you don't see. All right, I did not just pull the thread from the wrong way. Oh, let's see here. CZ, what do you like to make? Are you a maker? Are you a watcher? What brings you to the circus today? I need my feeler cord, gold thread, and a hoop. How fast can I find any of those things? Let's see here. Not so quite yet. Up there. I got 1 out of 2. There's the cord we're using as the filler cord. What else do I need? The top stitch thread. Oh, hey! Speak of the William. Welcome, welcome. Oh my goodness gracious, chap. That's so funny. I was talking about, your ears must have been burning. Because me looking at you, all watching me, seeing you redo all of those quilt coats, I have it now in my head that we should to quilt coats, but put in them functional zippers so that you can convert it into a backpack. Because you know what you don't need all the time? Jacket. But you know what you probably do need all the time? A backpack that you can unzip and then it transforms into a jacket, William. Ah, the twins are welcoming each other. Welcome, welcome. All right, I need my thread. Oh my god, the disaster that's like literally surrounding me. Ooh, you like Beetlejuice. Ooh, Caesar, you're napping and clicked on live and you came up. Great idea. Keep going. I will keep going. Oh, there's the hoop. Now I just need this. Well, spectacular, because I never know how anybody finds this little disaster. But I'm happy. Well, sewing is, I don't need therapy. I just need a place to stitch and bitch. And I'm so vain that I think this show is about me. And I show up and sew. And chat with the most amazing front row chatters. The Peanut Gallery, the Circus Peanuts are spectacular. I didn't even welcome, and in the nosebleed section we have the most spectacular workers and lurkers, because sometimes you're like me and I've got a gajillion things I want to do and need to do and I can't sit and chat, but I need something entertaining in the background. And here we are. That and this sewing machine just sounds spectacular, so it is quite conducive for napping, especially when I shut up, but we'll get there. Or not. Right? I've seen patterns. There's ways to do this, to have the pockets in the right spot so they're going to work when it's zipped up into the shoulder bag or the backpack, and then also while it's a jacket. But I'm kind of hooked on this idea and need to start sketching to figure out how this monstrosity needs to be folded. I still need thread. Oh, Jess. Oh, I think of you more like Batman. Oh, he's always rising from the dead. Ooh, where's the... Don't be stuck. Hold on. Didn't even get started and I'm getting caught up in the works. I'm gonna have to do a very good another trim through on the back, because our back is very unsightly. Batman. Do I think William more Batman or Beetlejuice? I can see Batman, though I don't think he doesn't set up a bat signal. He sends up a smoke signal. House of Sewing. Where's the thread that I want? Because I didn't plan. Thread everywhere, but not the color I want. Has this been too different? If I need to, I'll just go around again. I think I've used 3 different tones of gold. And this one was the first one I pulled, so fingers crossed it blends in and just is gold toned, because I'm enjoying the crappy... Oh, are you gonna slide back? I keep breaking these newfangled threads where the catch for your loose ends is at the bottom, and I are just a disaster. Batman's cool too. Batman is cool. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to anything. Got other things like sewing videos to keep me occupied. Trying to plan our perfect zombie apocalypse core outfit. And we'll probably on Sunday get back to our cargo pants. I think we're to the part of sewing the zipper for the concealed chicken leg pocket, and then Yes, I've been thinking about it with Mr. William. I told the better half that I was like, oh, did I tell him, or was I just mulling the idea around in my head and told Jess on the other day? It's like, Jess, I think it's my quarterly update. I haven't horrified your audience with my presence in quite some time. Oh man. Yeah, because you're still doing your Saturday show at an hour where I can get my vampirish beauty sleep, I think. Is it still at 6 o'clock or 5:50ish? But yeah, because then that would also give me a chance to just sit quietly, and so, or I'll just take over and read your chat and be a general asshole, like. Oh yeah, have your scheduler drop me the link, unless it's the same as last time. But what we should do is, you're spending too much money on your streaming software, Will, and I should make you suffer through how to work with Rumble Studio, because you know what else? It's free and doesn't charge you up the ass for storage. Are they? Is our streams being used to train AI? I'm starting to think so, but that's a separate issue that I'm going to forget about right now. I'm not going to forget about it. I have questions. Because why are they generously offering us all of this free storage for all of these live streams? Saturday, 6:45. Okay. I think I can negotiate that with the other half. Alright. Filler cord. Hoop. If anybody has never seen machine embroidery, the hoops are in the opposite orientation from hand embroidery. Big hoop on the bottom, little hoop on the top, because Restream isn't as expensive as StreamYard. But you know what's not expensive at all? Rumble Studio, that's free. And you don't even have to stream to Rumble. You could just... that would be like the most awesome, funniest thing. Use Rumble Studio to stream only to YouTube. And you can have up to 9 guests and all sorts of stuff. They've even got new countdown timers now, and you can add all sorts of assets. I'll suffer you through it. I'll talk you into it. So you'd have more money for quilts. Not that you need any reason to spend money on things. Just disappointed that the Goodwill or that the thrift store has been disappointing me. That's just as well. I paid like $4.50 a year. Holy fluff! Never. Oh my god, I wouldn't. No. Streaming would have to pay me to do that. I pay $0. And people didn't like it and they left. Oh no. Oh, welcome to All You See Is My Hand. I'm trying to... Not trying. Working on not having the project get stuck on the feed dogs, because I don't remove them or cover them. I just try to be careful. I'm going to start this again. Hold out my filler cord. Oh, Phoenix, you've got... I have my tweezers here somewhere, but he disappeared. And $4.50 was their low tier. Oh, no thanks. That's crazy. I think... Oh, that's what's wrong. Also, the one year I think I paid like $100 one year for some software, and it's just like, no. But when you're ready to come to the free side, you know what? This doesn't need to be perfect. This just is there to add the shape. because then it's going to get covered over with the cording. I'd like it to be a little bit better though. Ah, Jess, you're going in lurking mode. Dinner needs to be cooked. We'll enjoy cooking dinner. I'm going to sit here and work on these little scallops. Let me just... Oh, well, that's... I'm just going to cut out that knot and get re-elected here. Oh, dinner. I don't know what that's going to be yet tonight. Get there when we get there. All right, back to this couching stuff. Yeah, so that's going to be super fun, sitting and threading all of the beads on the cord without a needle. But we'll get there. It'll get done. But I think it'll be better. So I'm getting to the part a little bit of trying navigating. Is something going to be too? If I added too much or too many techniques, and I don't think we're there yet. Plus, she did ask for some beads in there somewhere. So I was looking around in my stash and I had a hard time finding enough of it, something in the gold, black, and red tones. This thread really wants to just split apart. Please, just be unified thread. I'm just going to start back at the beginning because I did not do my best work. And I'm in the front camera, you see I'm rolling up the project just so it doesn't get caught on me. And with all of the cut work, I generally don't wear a lot of baubles, but definitely not on this. There's enough perils and hazards, and there's my hand again. Just very slowly moving the fabric side to side over the stitches. Side to side to make stitches. Those are words. I think close cam is going to be just the back of my hand for a second while I... Oh, haha. Let me make it a little bit bigger so you can see more. Hold on. There we go. I take you off super close up and you can just see more of the back of my hand. You're so good at streaming. So good. So I use my left index finger to help place the couching filament, and then I'm moving the hoop with my right hand. I'm using like no pressure because I don't want the black open work sections to get stuck on the feed dogs because we spent many hours between the cutting to get ready for the cut work and then the stitching. Oh, gastric gremlins, can you please be grouchy somewhere else? And I'll cut out the inside. Oh my god, okay. I have to make sure I'm like really done with the stitching. No, the parts that are, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And with like starting to see an end in sight, and then I'm just trying to like put up reasons to like not be finished with this project, which is like ridiculous. I need this to be done. There's other versions, other things I want to make. She's already been waiting almost a year for this project, so it's time to just get her done. Good idea. Glad I started talking about this project. So those box pleats are for me, and I can do that anytime. But this is something special. I just had to move the hoop around, or move the work around, because I was slamming the hoop into the machine, and for good sewing that does not make. Sit in front of my face, not in my eyeball is not talking. Yeah, because this section of the cording really is just to make an edge to the necklace for when we finish. I finished cutting it out off the foundation fabric, which is just white cotton muslin in a medium-ish weight. It's not too heavy. I didn't pre-wash it or anything like that. This is a necklace, not a piece of clothing. I don't think she's going to be putting it in the wash, and I don't think it would stand up to that either. Keep coming up with ideas for little bracelets. This is fun, but I'd like some more faster gratification version. But I do like the idea of mixing in little crochet motifs or beadwork motifs, or now that we're practicing getting back into tatting, because my brain has a serious case of lace virus. I don't like making all types of lace, but I like making many types of lace. Who's touching me? The one I love looking at people do, but I don't really feel like I want to practice, is bobbin lace. And I don't know why. Oh, you know what? I think it's because of my predilection for making knots, and that just looks like me and needle lace, or me and bobbin lace. Just like, I think all I would do is spend my whole time unknotting the bobbins, and I'd rather be making lace than managing bobbins. Oh, you lazy ordered pizza. That's we had pizza 2 days ago, but I baked it. Sourdough starter, the blob, pizza. Because, yeah, I just get so disappointed. Do you like deep dish? What kind of pizza? Is pineapple an appropriate topping on pizza, or is the only best weird answer anchovies? I do like salty briny anchovies, and I'm not necessarily a pineapple hater on pizza, because it makes me think, if you have pineapple on your ham at Easter time, assuming you do Easter and the dinner is ham. Pineapple on that ham used to be a thing. So ham and pineapple, not that unusual. What is it about having it on? Because it's usually a ham pizza with pineapple. So it shouldn't be that crazy. Hans makes homemade pizza, and it's definitely adding to your baseline. Oh, that happens. Yeah, actually, well, I've worked up my push-ups, so I'm back up to, I don't think I ever was. We're currently sitting at 100 push-ups a few times a week, so that's helping. And I'm just vain. I want my cute clothes to fit, so I keep. Oh, just replacing the hoop, gently tautening the fabric before I retighten it. Let's see here. William, pineapple definitely illegal on pizza. You love all pizzas, even microwave ones. Fair. Yeah, it's such a visceral thing. Pineapple on pizza. I will default to my, if you like ham and pineapple, what is it about pizza that makes that combination horrible? I've just been disappointed. Everything going out, all of these places, everything's just making me disappointed. Even like frozen chicken bits. The one day we got a different variety, and the texture was funny. They were like gummy and chewy and weird. I'm starting to not trust anything, and for some things I'm like, all right, we're just gonna have to go X amount of time up to the local butcher shop and get stuff there because it's worth it, and assuming that the animals came from here, then I'd rather just be local. What I was thinking about, or where did I hear? Somebody was bringing up the notion, or not the notion, lawyers, you good kid words. The memory that most towns used to have a cannery nearby, or they had a produce that grew well, that there was a surplus of, and food, and we don't have that anymore. Among many things that we no longer really have. You know what? I think I'm gonna cut like a quarter inch. I'm not gonna cut around the scale up super close. I'm gonna do it a little big so I've got an edge to fold over for when we stitch the backing on, and also as a thicker margin for when we stitch the new and improved cord on. William, I'm weird about where I buy my meat from. Yeah, you rarely get meat from Walmart. Yeah, there's not. Too much work to have to drive out to where there's a Walmart. We just go to the local places, but yeah, for just a little bit longer of a drive, we can make it to one of the butcher shops. And their stuff is the butcher shop just has my favorite meat, which makes sense because it's a butcher shop. And then sometimes they've got kielbasa and they smoke their own pastrami and meats and stuff like butchers used to be. We're kind of like streaming in the dark, even though the sun's like coming through. I should have moved the black curtain away from the camera. Oh wow. Yeah, things are just getting funny. Everything's busy with the World Cup. What? Do you have a favorite Spencer Pratt commercial? Oh man, the folks who are doing those AI commercials for him are quite amusing. It's also funny how so many of Spencer Pratt's endorsements are from folks who live in the greater LA County and didn't even get to vote in the primary yesterday, or voted, but were not in the city of LA and could not vote for him. But I'm trying to figure out where I need to sew. That's the direction I need to go. Yeah, it was funny. I was thinking about, because Oregon had a whole bunch of votes regarding tax measures. Was fascinatingly curious how the big statewide no increase on gas tax did not go through, but just about every other local tax increase managed to pass. Like, I don't believe how does that happen? I'm confused. Voting is crazy there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. Wait. Screw some. I won't pick on California. I won't pick on you guys down there. What a disaster. I can't believe that Karen Bass won over Nithya Rama, though. She's got the person with absolutely no the track record of, please, I'm a communist and can't even hide it anymore. We're just gonna, like, show it out in the open. Versus someone who's, like, literally has nothing good in their resume. But I guess that's probably better for Pratt, because then he can continue to say, look at all the things this person who's had this job is not doing or is failing, versus the, you have no track record and neither do I. So here we go. Just bring back the flax fields. I need more linen for clothing. That is moving up to one of my most favorite fabrics of all time. And I think it's a multi-way tie between linen, silk, and wool. Or, alpaca is kind of similar. With animal fiber. Can I use that? I don't have any hemp material fabric, so I can't speak to that. But man, oh man, I think we need to start remembering how to grow and process those fibers, because they are, I don't know, the technical Kevlar linen will never be, but as a base layer under your Kevlar, I think linen would be a far superior choice. Moisture wicking, you're in a place where you need Kevlar and you're afraid you're going to sweat your tits off. I prefer linen as my base layer. Yep. There we go. I'm not judging these stitches. I am judging my stitches right now. I feel like everything looks horrible, but I'm reminding myself, A, you can't see because I don't have enough lights on, and B, this is all going to get covered over. Oh, blinded by the light. Oh, just a couple more. Maybe we're going to get this last of the couching done. out the hoop again and move it to almost to the last quadrant here. Making sure I don't lose track of the filler cord or my hoop. Get there. Alright, very gently tautening, partly because the needle's in the fabric, and if I'm not careful, I'll break it. Also, I don't want to distort all the work we've done so far, so we're just going to gently rotate you around like that. Finish these in the home stretch of scallops. And maybe we'll go back to box pleating. Such a great host. Look at the back of my hand. Alright, what else is going on? Anything fun? Anything new? Oh, there's so many meteors. The one 2 days ago. On the east. Everything's been on the east coast. Which is interesting how it switched, because there was a whole slew of them last month. 2 months ago, up on the west coast, British Columbia, Washington State, and now there's been a slew, 3 on the east coast. I guess they've been happening all over the world, and we're just so American centric that I have not heard about the other ones. So if this cord was going to show, I would try to be much more careful to ensure that the entire filler cord is encapsulated by the satin stitch on top, but it doesn't matter because it's going to get covered. It's just my foundation layer, because a little single layer of stitches, not solid, does an edge make. And the hand show. And I think that I'm pretty sure. Let's see backwards. Thread all the bugle beads onto that other cord, and then maybe choose a slightly larger hook so that the 2 stitches are about the length of the bugle bead, a little bit closer. But it probably would be interesting if it wasn't, because then it would just have a little different architectural edge to it where the bugle beads are sitting. I think it'll be worth it. Plus I was trying to figure out beads that were not going to be heavy, because I have some hematite or magnetite beads, but they're so heavy and this piece is so delicate that it's like this. I don't think that's going to be a good idea. Then I was started sewing beads on for some other more costumey things, because why not have pretty beaded knickers and fringy beaded bra tops for just because I want to make them for myself. Will anybody see them? I don't know. Well, I'll see them, so I do know someone will see them. Oh, that'll be really funny because I think the circus is going to look at maybe expanding, and we'll just have to make sure, or they have to figure it out. Where's our words? To torture an OnlyFans account with just sewing sequins on bras and on peony sets. Welcome, you get to see what it looks like with nobody in these things, but all of the hundreds of hours it takes to decorate them. But it's enough doing what we're doing for now. So stay tuned. Slow down, slow down. Oops. More deliberate with the placement of your stitches, Phoenix. Those are shitty. You don't have to be perfectly perfect, but you need to be a little bit more careful than that, kids. And I'll probably really carefully try to just like tweeze out some sections of the white, but I'm also not going to let myself be crazy neurotic about it because it is going to be impossible, I think, for me to pull every last one. And if I get stupidly hyper fixated on it, it's gonna cause me a problem. Oh, those cats are really would rather wait for their supper. Nobody's interested in coming and visiting today. You lazy lot. Oh well. What are we gonna do? So more stitches. Ooh, this is the penultimate scale up. Alright. Alright, last one. Yay! I'm gonna need to rehoop for this last one. Of course. And I like, or at least this project at this point in time, using this plastic one that doesn't have any ridges has been good because I haven't had to worry about the hoop catching or distorting the work we've already done because that would not be ideal. We are back at the end, which is the beginning. Alright, boys and girls, we are couched. Yes, if we had another question, it would be, do we want to... Yeah, so all of the stitching around the scallops is done. Now I just need to cut out the edge of the scallops, and that part is going to be finished. I think all the stitching is done until we get to the backing. There's a whole bunch of threads that need to be trimmed very carefully. And I look, and every once in a while there's a white spot that doesn't have the black, but I'm not worried about it. guess if it's gonna bug me, I can still go back and add the black, but I've already done all the couching the second time around, so I think I'll hold it up to this way so we get a good oohs and ahs, and then I'm gonna roll it up for tonight. That one is done for right now. Good. Pretty Phoenix. And I like to keep the work rolled up. It's just something I learned from hand embroidery. Also, folding it would just be weird. It's not a foldy project, it's a rolly project. Alright, should we get back to box pleating? We want to suffer through the beginning. That's going to be stringing all of these beads. I'm going to cut the cord that I started to work on. As well, just finish this off. Did I have a hoop somewhere? Alright, alright, I just trimmed it. This is the amount of cord that I'd already worked on for the project, and I'm just gonna stop and wax the end and see what happens next. I just want to see how if it decides that it wants to separate as much. Those are my words. What a Wednesday. I can't wait for my lilies to start blooming. It's June. They were marketed as Easter lilies, but if they don't bloom until June, are they still Easter lilies? I don't know. In my head, not really. Because Easter never happens in June. Hey Loki, what are you doing, sweet fluff? Did camera 2 died? Haha, who didn't tell me? Let me go back here. I forgot to plug camera 2 in. So now you get just one camera view. Oh, and the big me. Okay, let's put camera 2 back on the juicer. So good. So great. Yeah. Who is that tuba thread? We are coming in handy. You know what this means, Phoenix? We're coming apart at the seams. We're falling. We should just call it well before we get completely rotten. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, boys and girls. I had fun. We had some new folks randomly stop by. CZ and William creeped out of the woodwork. He gave people ideas for more projects that they didn't need. I have more ideas in my project list that I probably don't necessarily need, but I'm going to sew anyway. Oh man, I had some fun. I hope you've all had some fun. I'm going to call it now because my brain is mushing. I don't know what I want to sew, and I can't think of what I want to talk about. So. We know that it's better to be in control of the ending and not crash and burn anymore. But on that note, I will be back on Saturday at 12 p.m. and Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific time here, and I think I'm going to clear it with the husband, and I'm going to show up on William's channel at almost 6:45 on Saturday, at least for a little bit. So, all right, boys and girls, make something. Don't laugh at others unless you've laughed at yourself, and I will see you all on the next time. All right, bye!